Check this out, I got another sweater with my logo on. And yes, my dad got it for me. I'm not a narcissist. Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time my face is very weirdly bright, but my lighting system is kind of weird. Another year has come by, meaning that another new year is now. That's usually how New Year's works. And of course, we've got to do the traditional top whatever of whatever year. So for example, it would be top 15 if the year was 2015, because we're going by the last two numbers. And as of recently, more people who usually do this kind of list have kind of taken away from the last two numbers. And what I mean by that is usually they'll do a top 10 TF of 2022 instead of top 22, because 22 is kind of complicated, there's a lot, and it kind of gets a little messy. So what I was thinking of doing was the top 10 or the top 15 list, and I've got them all right here. I did 22 again, so clearly I don't know any better. But yes, here's the top 22 TFs of 2022. So yes, here's the top 22 TFs of 2022. Nailed it. I also want to clarify that doesn't specifically mean that these toys released in 2022, it's just I got them in my possession in 2022. And before we get to the best, let's get through some of the honorable mentions. I'm going to do honorable mentions different this time around. Worst Transformer, Master Dominus, just way too loose, I don't like it. Thank God it comes with Leadfoot. Best Speed Champions, the Lamborghini Countach. Best Halo set, the Arbiter's Quest. Best Bionicle, that would be Product. And best desk toy, that would be Iguanus, thanks to T-Formers 2002. Alright, introductions out of the way, let's get started. Number 22 is Legacy Buzzworthy Pterosaur. I know, it's not a great toy, it has a lot of loose ball joints, the wings are too big, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I like the alt mode. I think there's probably a little too much red, so hopefully the golden disc one looks a lot better, but I do like the purple edition. I think it's very nice. It's kind of fun if you tighten up the joints. DK3 Breaker is one that I did not expect to get in 2022. I saw that the listing said December 31st, so I thought, okay, maybe in the next year I'll be able to find it. And then I went to Toys R Us and GameStop, and there he was. So my only problems are the loose shoulders, but other than that, I love the alt mode, I love how clean it is, I like the dark blue color scheme, and also I couldn't find the damn Trailbreaker. The reason why I decided to put 86 RC in this slot is because it's so much better than any of the previous RCs I've got. Now, I don't have the original Generations RC, but it's so much better than the Earthrise one. That thing is a piece of garbage. And I'm losing it with the Cyberverse one. It's not that fun anymore. This one has a lot of cool tricks. I will say that I wish there was a locking point for the waist or something better, but other than that, I'm just satisfied to have a decent RC. Legacy Drag Strip I decided to put in for a number of reasons. One, I think it's so much better than that Combiner Wars one. Not that I don't like the Combiner Wars one, but this is such an improvement. It feels like its own character. And two, I thought this was a nice introduction to the Stuncons. Even though they kind of tapered off later on, I think that this looked very nice and got me on board. It's Holiday Optimus Prime. I gotta say that I was not expecting much out of this. I thought, okay, it might be a nice novelty item. It's one of the best molds for Optimus Prime in a while. And I know there's a lot out there. I'm not saying it is the best, it's just one that I definitely favor. I love the truck mode and how it cleans up. The robot mode looks fantastic. I like the holiday highlights that it has, and yeah, just very nice. M3 Reviews decided to send me this early in the year. This is the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Blitzwing, and it's one that I had troubles finding, and he decided to send it to me, and I definitely approve of that because I really wanted this guy. While he doesn't exactly look like the traditional Blitzwing for something that's supposed to resemble some sort of Seeker, which name we don't really have to discuss, I think that this looks pretty cool. Yeah, it does have the chest problem, but besides that, I like the alt mode, even though it's inaccurate, and I love the look of the robot. Can we also put this in the category of biggest surprise of the year? This is the Cyberverse Deluxe Class Starscream that I just bought on clearance because I thought, why not? Might as well try something. And it is wonderful. I love the transformation, love the articulation. I think the transformation itself is one of the more unique ones for a Starscream, and it's such a thrill every time I do it. Yeah, it's a pretty good version of Starscream. Oh, Master, yes, it's Tarantulas! Blah! I don't know what kind of voice that was, but yes, it's Tarantulas. This is a very simple toy, and it does have a big backpack, but he's a lot of fun. He's got a lot of articulation. He's got a lot of joints, is what I was trying to say, but I managed to make that sound stupid. I love the shape of this guy. I like the eyes. While I definitely prefer the Transmetal design, this one really spoke to me, and I'm very happy to have him for my Season 1 collection. I still need to get Inferno, though. One of the figures I secretly hoped to get was the Highbrow from Hunt for the Decepticons, but I will settle for the GDO Power Dive. In fact, I think the GDO Power Dive is much better. First of all, he's his own character. I don't have to think of G1 Highbrow. And second, I love the dark green, the gray, the purple on this guy. I love the alt mode. It is so unique and different, but it does feel nostalgic to those older toys because, well, it is one of those older toys. Ooh, but Origins Bumblebee is way too small. You know what? I don't care because it's well engineered, well articulated. I mean, the robot mode does look pretty good, even though it's got a couple of these panels just sticking around here or there. I do like the accessories. I do think that the Energon sticks, whatever they're called, could have been better and could actually, you know, use 5mm posts, but otherwise, this is cool, and the fact that it transforms into that flat pancake is fantastic. So even though this is the Kingdom issue, I got it in 2022. This is the Kingdom Blaster, and he is fantastic. I love the alt mode. I mean, it's absolutely charming. I like the transformation, except for how the legs stab in, and I love the look of the robot mode. It just seems accurate and nice and sharp. He feels like as he should be, without so many gimmicks getting in the way. He just needs to be Blaster. They finally did it. They made a Blaster figure. My only problem is I kind of feel that the robot mode is a bit boring in how it's done, just because you don't really have anything sticking out or anything that's really impressive to look at, but still, I mean, it's Blaster. It looks like Blaster, it feels like Blaster, it moves like Blaster, it should be Blaster. Alright, we're at the halfway point. Do the halftime show. Robots in Disguise Stormjet. He's just fantastic to look at. And also I got this figure for free because the guy couldn't put the arm in and got too tired of it, so he gave it to me. And I thought, okay, sure, maybe I'll fix it up. I fixed it up, and man, I love it. I love the transformation. I love how different it is. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect from this because this isn't the mold that I had in particular. This is from the old Robots in Disguise line, and I'm so satisfied with it. I didn't even know that it was a repaint of the Jetstorm until I brought it home. So yeah, really cool. I like the gimmicks. I like the transformation. He's just a lot of fun, and I want to put him in something, in some show. Next up is the Autobot Arc. This is a Kingdom figure. I got it for Christmas, and this is wonderful because it takes the iconic ship and makes it into a Transformer, which is unbelievable. It's got a fantastic alt mode, of course, because it's the ship, it's the Arc. And then the robot mode looks stellar as well, and he stands up very nicely, and I like the fact that he can hold onto figures, which is cool. The fact that he comes with mainframe and he integrates with it. He also transforms into Teletran 1, that's pretty cool. The only reason why he's not higher on the list is because for something in Morpher Cybertron, you'd expect some weapon ports on him, and he doesn't really have a lot. In fact, I can't even spot any except for on the front of the boosters, which I do like the paintwork on that. That looks fantastic. I also love the head and the light piping there. That's pretty good. Another problem that I have is that the joints are a little too tight for me. I feel like the thing is going to break in certain areas and I'm just not into it. I understand why they have to be tight, but maybe we could dial back on that. Otherwise, a wonderful piece, and I'm so happy to have them. One of the best parts of Studio Series, putting more focus into the Cybertron scene, was that we got Brawn, and he is fantastic. I love the alt mode, even though it kind of comes out of nowhere, but the robot mode really shines. I couldn't even believe that he showed up in the Bumblebee movie, let alone actually got a toy. And I love the helmet, I love the shape. He's just so adorable. I'm gonna say I wasn't sure if I should put this on the list because it feels like a whole nother category, but we're gonna put it in anyways. It's the Lego Optimus Prime, and I'm so happy that they decided to do this. Not only is it a good build, but the fact that it exists. I've always wanted a Lego Transformer, and I thought, okay, they're never going to do that, but now on the list, we can put something Lego related because this thing exists. It's the Lego Optimus Prime. It exists. You can't argue with that. It looks amazing. I think they did a fantastic job, and it's the right direction to go with the original Optimus Prime because that is the icon for Transformers. So here's another big surprise. It is the G-Axis, or G-Axis, G-Hoxis, whatever you want to call them. I don't care at this point. Anyways, this is a G2 Origins character, and he's gotten a fantastic toy now. I love the colors. It's very G2. I mean, it just screams. It pops right at you with the gold, the white, the green, the red. I mean, it's very bright, but he still is very menacing, and the sculpt work is fantastic. Look at the shape of the head. It's wonderful. I love the wings sticking out. The guns aren't really necessarily my favorite, but other than that, I think that this is a fantastic bot. I know it's a Voyager class toy, and it looks like a deluxe, but quite frankly, I don't give a damn. This is probably one of the best Ironhides I've ever had in my collection, and I don't have a masterpiece, blah blah blah, but the only thing I could think of is the other Studio Series Ironhide that I have, not the deluxe, but the original Voyager. I just have a lot of fun with that, but this might top it because it looks like the classic Ironhide, and we've been needing a classic Ironhide. I mean, the Siege toy was good, but I started to realize that, no, an Earth Mode one would be nice, and, you know, the Earthrise one that we got isn't too great. This just nails it. I don't care who says, oh, well, the Earthrise, blah, blah, blah. No, this is the best Ironhide. One of the things I was excited to do for this list was talk about Override, because I love this figure. I'm a Cybertron fan, that's where I started when I got into Transformers itself, but this is a fantastic toy that really does an awesome job at referencing the original character. I do need to get that Metroplex because I want to get it with her, but otherwise, I mean, this is still a fantastic bot just by herself. I like the weapon. I kind of wish there was more Cyber Key gimmick, or at least just a Cyber Key little piece that would go with her, but otherwise, I do like it. And yes, I feel that this is fine at a Voyager class price point. Motormaster was also a big surprise, but for me, it was because I didn't expect much out of the Motormaster himself. I mainly got it because, yes, I wanted the Menasor, I wanted to complete it. But Motormaster himself is just as good a bot. I think this is a wonderful piece. I like the articulation. I think it's sturdy, it's nice. But not only that, I tried that combination mode without putting the limbs on, or whatever you want to say about the cars. And the articulation, the details, the shape is fantastic. And also, it beats the hell out of the Combiner Wars 1. Now we're hitting the top 3, and this is where things get pretty big. This is the Studio Series 86 Sludge. Now, I already like the Grimlock. He is one of my favorite figures to date in the past couple of years. So, when I saw this, I thought, okay, this might be fun, but is it going to live up to Grimlock? Not exactly, but only just because this one has some loose joints. That is the only reason why this does not beat Grimlock. I love the transformation, I love the articulation, especially with the neck of the dinosaur mode, and his dinosaur is so adorable. He just looks wonderful. I kind of wish that there was something to attach to the gun because it looks like something that would launch something, but there's nothing there. Still though, this is fantastic, and I'm definitely on board with getting the rest of the Dinobots. You know what's one thing that I've wanted for such a long time? A decent Galvatron. And here he is. This is the legacy version of Galvatron, and I know there's different variations. You've got the toy colors, you got the Kingdom, then you got that transparent purple one that's looks like it's made out of grape freezy, but this one is the one that I was after because it's got the iconic cartoon look, it doesn't have the splotches, it just looks like Galvatron, and that's all it needs to do. Now, I was hesitant about it because he did feel like a small leader class figure, and we've been getting a lot of those, but the engineering and the heft of the figure well over makes up for it. This is how you do a leader class figure that's smaller than the regular leader classes that you would expect, like the Grimlock and whatever else. So, not only do I love the alt mode, the transformation is alright, there's a couple of steps that I'm not into, but the robot mode well makes up for it. I'm having so much fun, and this is the version of Galvatron I've wanted for a while. You hear that? Titan returns! And last but certainly not least for this list, Legacy, Titan class, Black Zarek. This is outstanding. Now, I will say, my two problems with it, the base mode leaves more to be desired. I mean, it's pretty cool, it looks nice as a throne, but there's very low clip systems for the airlock, and also, there's not a lot of ports for attaching stuff. I mean, there are, but not as much as I would like. Also, the spear does not really hold too well in the hand, it slips off very easily, but other than that, the Scorpion mode is unbelievable. It's a giant freaking robot Scorpion. That is mind-blowing. The robot looks amazing. The black and the gold. I mean, I never got the Scorponok, unfortunately, but I'm not missing out because I got this thing. Look at the details on it, and he feels hefty. I mean, his hands are still the claws. That's making use of the Scorpion alt mode. And technically, he is still Scorponok if you carry on with the storyline. He's the same character, so I'm thrilled about this. I love the accessories. This is an amazing thing to get. And that is it for the top 22 list of Transformers for 2022. What is your list? Please comment below, let me know. But we are done with this. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun dudettes. And I will see you guys next time.